I'm going to go over what I call a focus exercise. Now, I got this from my mentor in her book, which she co-authored. Her name is Carrol, and the book is called Feisty Fido: Solutions for the Leash Reactive Dog. Basically, what the concept is teaching the dog to look at us in the face. Now, where we're going to start out with is I'm going to demonstrate the technique in a second, but we want to do this inside, where in an environment where the dog feels the most comfortable and most confident, so that we can establish the behavior that we're looking for, sit. So in this situation, I have a handful of treats in my left hand. I'm a right-handed person. I'm going to put one treat in my right hand, and I'm going to actually put one in my left hand so that my hands look uniform. I'm going to close them into balls and put them right here with my knees shoulder width apart. Now the dog's going to go to where the smell is coming from, which is what he's doing right now. I'm waiting for him to look at me in the face. When he does, I'm going to give him the focus. I'm going to give him the treat right away in a 2 movement there. That's good. Focus. So it's like a 7, or it's an L-shaped movement. Focus. The first one is to go about 6 inches in front of your nose. I want you to imagine there's a line that's going from here to here. My first movement is to intersect that line. Then I travel down the line towards the dog's mouth, and I say the word focus when it touches his lips. Now, if a dog looks at you voluntarily in the eyes, it actually releases serotonin into your brain, which is the love drug. It's what was released to a mother when she's breastfeeding her child. Now you want to be very observant. As the dog just gives you just an eye dart, that's enough. Focus. Now when you're first doing this, it's 1 second for each movement. 1 second, 1 second, focus. Always say focus the second the treat touches the lips. Focus. I want to maintain the dog's gaze here. Now once you've done it enough where the dog sits down and is pretty much looking at you the whole time, then you can go 1, 2, 3, focus. Eventually make this second movement 20 seconds or even longer than that. So when you're out on a walk and you see another dog and you can put your dog's back to that other dog and take 20 seconds delivering the treat, that other dog has a chance to pass you. If you're always doing 1 second, 1 second, the dog takes the treat and then it's like, now I'm ready to bark at the other dog. So we want to, again, for dogs, once they redirect their attention, nice, went to sleep, out of sight, out of mind. Focus. When you first do it the first couple times, if the dog doesn't look at you, I wait for the dog to look at me naturally. I try not to cue them. But if it's a long period of time and they don't, focus. I might make a sniffle or a cough or something to look, and as soon as she looks at your face, focus. So when you're doing this, I usually do about 10 or 15 treats. You want to keep, when it comes to training, dogs' neurons will get fatigued from firing. Focus. So if you practice, the longer you practice, the more failures you'll get. So typically when I'm doing training, I want to keep it to 1 2 minutes maximum. If you go to 3 minutes, you'll start getting more failures. You get to 4 minutes, the neurons are really fatigued. You get a lot of failures. Then you get frustrated, the dog gets frustrated, and the dog has a negative remembrance of it the next time and doesn't want to do it again. So another little training tip is always end on a good one. So the dog remembers, oh yeah, that's where I just sit and look at you and you shovel treats in my mouth. That's my favorite game ever. And it's easy for dogs to do. Focus. I like how he puts himself in a sit. I don't tell him to. He doesn't have to. Because eventually we're going to do this where you're walking. You're just going to say focus while you're walking. The dog's going to look up at you as you're walking. And then the other dog, if I was walking down the street, he can't focus because he's been motivated. But the key to this is you really have to practice it here until the dog has it in spades. Focus. So it could be just an eye dart, but don't disagree if they jump up or they're nudging and scratching your paws. Don't pull them away. Just kind of turn them so they can't get to the treat. And just keep on doing that until the dog gives you its eyes. Focus. All right, so this is the basics of it. In the next video, we're going to talk about the instructions and how we can apply this and eventually translate it to outside.